Hello. So today I'm starting off by setting the mood, trying to get my space smelling good so that I can do some planning. I'm going on a trip to Seattle this next weekend, and I wanted to make a just small little travel spread. So, grab my microns and started it off. I wanted this spread to be really simple because I would like to, add color and pop after or during my trip. I also covered my fly in and fly out information with washi tape just because y'all don't need to know that. So I'm planning on writing down my top things to do. So I have sights, hikes, and food. And then I also wanted to do this piece of the Space Needle. I think that's what it's called. I've only been to Seattle once before, but I'm excited to go again and spend a little bit more time there. It's gonna be a fun trip. So this piece, my hands were kind of shaky, took me a little bit longer. I made a few mistakes when doing this piece. I did not plan out working from front to back. When I paused right there, it was because I realized, well, shit, that line is in the wrong place. But I just used my little white jelly roll to cover up the lines that I didn't want. It's fine. There's always a way to either fix or hide mistakes or embrace them when you're bullet journaling. Don't worry about making things too perfect. Art is never perfect, and life certainly isn't perfect either. So just let those little mistakes happen. And then sometimes a cat walks across your desk and gives you a nice little shadow. To finish off this piece, I used my India ink and mixed it with water and used one of my small watercolor brushes just to kind of give some dimension and add some shadows in kind of a watercolor-esque ink style. I really enjoyed doing this. I did have a little bleed through to the page behind it, but that's okay. I'll cover it up with, I actually do cover it up with washi tape. Do you have any favorite places to go or things to do in Seattle? I would love to know. It's not till next weekend that I'm going, so I'm still filling out this spread. So yeah, give me ideas. Give me things to do. We're only there for a weekend, so I won't be able to do everything, but I'm excited to have a little vacation. And then just to add some highlights back in at the end, I go through with my jelly roll, add some extra contrast to the piece. So for this spread, it's the last 3 days of July, so it only takes up one page. So I had the whole right side of the spread to do a piece. So I decided I wanted to do the Starcourt Mall from Stranger Things 3. Pre-Mind Flare, of course. I have a little test page at the back of my notebook, and I was just testing out colors, trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to use and what was going to work well together. I used a source photo for this, and then I just covered up that bleed through of the previous piece with a strip of washi tape. I've noticed that Tombos tend to get really streaky for me, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's due to the notebook that I'm using. The specific paper maybe doesn't work well with Tombos, or if this is just a problem with Tombos that people have, because it is really streaky, and they tend to kind of peel the paper up as well, which is frustrating. I kind of wish that I had maybe used watercolor instead. I feel like I could have controlled that a little bit better. Maybe it's just because I use watercolor a little bit more than Tombos regularly, but I thought I would do something a little bit different. I've been using only watercolor so far, so just wanted to make sure that, I don't know, keeping things different. Here I'm getting confused with my lines. What is happening? Where are these supposed to go? I did this line art kind of like haphazardly, jumping from place to place, which, I mean, that's just who I am. It's just how I do stuff. But it turned out pretty well in the end. This took a long time. I'm not gonna lie. I spent a lot of time on this. Kind of ridiculous, honestly. But it was fun. Something else that I've noticed with these microline pens is sometimes they get really juicy, which is why I'm always getting like little spots. I don't know if it's just because I hold the pen too long in one spot and too much ink comes out, or I don't know. Got any tips? I love me some tips. Oh, this Tombow pen is so light, but once you go over it one more time, it darkens up quite a bit. But it peels up the paper like nobody's business. It's ridiculous. I love that color, but it's so frustrating. Also, I didn't crinkle any of my paper this time. I know. Aren't you proud? I am. It's the little things in life, you guys. You really just have to take stock, applaud yourself for your accomplishments, and, you know, just gotta appreciate yourself sometimes. Watching this back, it's so funny to be like, there really is no rhyme or reason to why I'm doing certain things at certain times. I just get bored with the brown and I'm like, all right, I want to move on. So I stop doing it and then I have to come back to it. Does anybody else do this? I know there are other people that do this. It's just boring to use the same color for so long. Gotta hop around the piece. I might also do this because I use watercolor and I also do oil paints. So I'm used to having to like wait for things to dry or having to let things sit in certain areas. Let's be real, I know why I do it, and that's, you know, that might be why I like painting, is because I do just hop around. I do this when I clean my house. I'm just all over the place. Whatever. With these outlines, I got super frustrated. I was trying to kind of do like a drop shadow type thing, and then I messed it up, so I just outlined the whole Star Court thing. I think it looks a little messy, but I feel like when it all got put together, it looked a lot better than it does at this point. Once it's all outlined with the brown and whatnot, it's better. Not perfect, but striving for perfection is not the healthiest thing. So we're trying to let that go. Yeah, baby, you don't need to be perfect. Just do your best and then move on from there. I do really like how the word mall turned out. Not necessarily the font, but I love that I used that bright highlighter color and then I went over it with the white jelly roll. So the white jelly roll isn't completely opaque, but it makes it look like it's glowing, right? I love it. I think it looks great. More mistakes. Here we go. I layer 3 colors on that first part and then 2 colors on the rest of this because I did not have the right color. So I did a brown, more of like a red brown, and then a green on top. And then I colored in the windows and the doors with black, and then I realized that I missed like the middle part of the doors later on, so I tried to put that in. You know, it's fine. And then I tried to make this part look like it was glowing too. I don't know, it required a lot of hand dexterity. Y'all, it was rough. And I went and put the little writing on the doors with my white jelly roll, and I started to shade with pencil, and then I realized that I didn't like that. So I took this lavender color and did all my shading with that. And I think it turned out really well. It definitely looks better than it did before I added that in. So that's all I can ask for, really. And then I wanted it to pop a little bit more, so I went and thickened the line art on the outside and added the other parts of the mall as well. I didn't want to stress out about this, so I kind of just wung it. I think it looks more put together like that. And then since I liked the writing of the mall, I tried to mirror it with my Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday lettering, which is just like simple cursive with a highlighter. I wasn't gonna try anything crazy. And then I put little stars to put the dates in. Unfortunately, this bled through to the other side. Gotta get those crystals back into place, honey. And these are my spreads. You can get a little closer look. And I hope you liked it. Like I said, if you have any suggestions for me, whether it be spread ideas or things to do in Seattle or really anything, I would love to chat with you down in the comments. I have been consistent about uploading every Friday, so subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. They'll all be kind of bullet journal and art videos at this time. I might spread out from there. But yeah, give me a follow, give me a like, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks for sticking with me. Bye.